Hello and welcome to our training on the West Virginia CCR&R agency reporting system. In this video, we will solely walk through the system logged in as a Trails Van specialist. If you are not a Trails Van specialist, please refer to the training video that aligns with your role. To access the CCR&R agency reporting system, you will go to www.wvccrr.org. You will enter your username and password and select Log In. You can select Remember Me next time to save the username and password to your device. Log in, you will first see the CCR&R project dashboard. At the top right, you can click on Log Out, Change Password, or My Profile. My Profile allows you to change your first or last name if needed. Each of the buttons on the page take you to a different section of the website. You can click on the banner at the top of the website to return to the project dashboard at any time. First, let's look at provider forms. You can enter a license number, provider name, or provider contact person and click Search Providers to locate a specific childcare provider's record. Alternatively, you can leave the fields blank and click the Search Providers button to bring up a list of all providers in the database. If you wanted to perform a new search, you would click New Search at the top right. To access a provider's profile, click View Forms. Navigates to the provider profile, which includes the organization's name, county, type, and license number displayed. Below the profile information are tabs for each form that specialists use to submit their activities. You should submit a new provider form for each new activity you do with a provider. For example, if remote support was offered to a provider 3 times in 1 month, 3 remote support forms should be submitted by the specialist who provided the remote support. You should submit provider forms on an ongoing basis rather than at the end of the reporting period. When a Trails Van specialist receives a technical assistance request from their professional development supervisor, they will receive an email with information about the reason for the request. Additionally, you can click on the Technical Assistance Request tab to view the technical assistance requests within your region. However, Trails Van specialists cannot create a technical assistance request form. The first form that Trails Van specialists can create is the Technical Assistance Delivery Form. Specialists use the Technical Assistance Delivery Form to document formal requests routed through the supervisor. Click on Add New Form to create a Technical Assistance Delivery Form. First, you will enter the date of the delivery. The second and third question auto-populate with your name and your role. For the fourth question, you should check off all of the other specialists who are present. If the technical assistance delivery was canceled, check off the box and select the reason for cancellation from the drop-down list. If the delivery was rescheduled, enter the date of the rescheduled visit. If there was no cancellation, select the delivery type from the drop-down. The delivery type should only be marked as phone in instances where in-person technical assistance is not possible due to inclement weather. Next, you'll enter the site visit number and click on Next Page. On page 2, you will first enter the number of children in the class by age group. Next, select the core knowledge area addressed from the drop-down list. Next question asks for the topics covered. This is a check all that apply question, meaning that there can be multiple topics selected. Finally, there's a box for notes, next steps, and date of the next visit. Hit save and it will take you back to the provider form dashboard. The next form that Trails Van specialists can submit is the technical assistance exit form. Specialists use the technical assistance exit form to document closure of a technical assistance request. Click on Add New Form to create a technical assistance exit form. Specialist name, role, and region will be auto-populated. Next, you'll enter the date and the visit number out of total visits. Then you will select the delivery type from the drop-down list. Next, you will enter the length of the visit and your travel time. At the bottom of the page, you will enter participants, the administrator, and others who were present. And then you will select Next Page. On page 2, you will type in a brief description of the original request for technical assistance. Then you will describe how the plan of action addressed the original request for technical assistance. Finally, you will describe if the plan of action required the purchase of materials or equipment to implement best practice to resolve the original problem. And if yes, list the items purchased. Hit save and it will take you back to the provider form dashboard. The third form that Trails Van specialists can submit is the site visits form. Trails Van specialists use this form to enter site visits completed during the regular performance of their job duties. Click on Add New Form to create a site visit form. First two questions will auto-populate based on your name and role. For the third question, you should check off all of the other specialists who are present. Next, you will enter the date of the visit. Next question asks about the type of site visit that was conducted. Select the type from the drop-down list. Then, select if it is a new or current Trails Van participant. In the next box, you will type in the type of resource documents shared with the provider during the visit. Finally, check off yes or no if the visit was for recruitment. Save, and it will take you back to the provider form dashboard. Fourth form that Trails Van specialists can submit is the remote support form. Trails Van specialists use this form to enter remote support completed during the regular performance of job duties. Remote support includes assistance through digital communication, including phone, email, or virtual options. Routine daily contact does not constitute remote support. Click on Add New Form to create a remote support form. First two questions will auto-populate based on your name and your role. For question 3, you should enter the date for which the remote support was provided. Next, check off the type of support. Final question asks for the reason for referral. This is a check all apply question, meaning that there can be multiple reasons selected. When you have selected all that apply, hit save and it will take you back to the provider form dashboard. The final form that Trails Van specialists can submit is the referrals form. Trails Van specialists submit this form each time a provider is referred to another organization. Multiple referrals can be submitted on the same form if they were made by the same specialist on the same date. Click on Add New Form to create a referrals form. First two questions will auto-populate based on your name and role. Next, select the agency or agencies that the provider was referred to. Finally, you will enter the date of the referral, hit save, and it will take you back to the provider form dashboard. Let's go back to the main dashboard. Next page we'll look at is the professional development specialist forms. These forms collect information on specialist activities that are not specific to a child care provider. All Trails Van specialists should submit a single form for each quarter. Click on Add New Form to enter data for the current quarter. Trails Van specialists are first asked to identify your supports for provider associations in your region. Next, you should identify the communication options made accessible to providers for networking. Then, you should identify the types of consumer education and awareness provided this quarter to providers. Next, identify which team member participated in the trail subcommittee this quarter. Check yes or no if a team member was participating on any other committee, advisory council, or work group. If you select yes, type in the name of the team member and then the name of the group. Trails Van specialists can edit this form at any point during the quarter to update data. Let's go back to the main dashboard again. Finally, all users can click on the training materials button where you can access a PDF training manual for which provides instructions for access and navigation, professional development data entry, and the form review process. That's everything for Trails Van specialists. If you have further questions, please reach out to Jill Johnson at jijohnson@pcgus.com. Thank you for watching.